Hello and hey, to mess around with Bleak Faith Forsaken, this time showing you the location of every homunculus and handler echo in the game. I'd like to add a quick note about handler echoes before I get started, that here's a post from a dev that shows how each of these are connected. So there are more than 5 in total. Echo 1 with Conrad, and then if you get one in Machinarium, Upper Blocks, or Rain District, the other 2 disappear. Asylum or Uranopolis, the other one disappears, and so on and so forth. So I'll leave this on screen for just a second more, and we'll jump right back into the video. Just wanted to make sure that was clear because I forgot to say it, and apologies in advance because I can't really breathe all that well through my nose right now. This obviously has a very long run time. This is me just including the full footage to get from homunculus to homunculus, or homunculus to handler echo. Obviously, if you click near the end of the chapters that I have included in the description / on the bottom of the video, you will be able to kind of skip to the end and see if you just kind of want to see exactly where it is without needing the full run-up or the full context, but I did want to include that for those that were curious or just wanted to watch it. So, it's here now. I'm going to kind of be popping in and out, feeling when I need to say things and when I don't, because obviously a lot of this is just a lot of running forward. I don't have to add a lot of commentary to it, and I can save my time and yours by not having to say everything. If you just want to watch it, you can watch it. I'm not going to be talking about anything specific. I feel like that would deserve its own video if I wanted to talk about this game. But as we go ahead and run to the upper monastery from the lower monastery, I will kind of add little bits where I can. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here watching just like you. I grabbed the longbow just so I can make the fight easier, and just because it's nice to have so that we can acquire the winged bow later, but of course not required. One thing to note about the homunculus is you do want to make sure that they are not wiggling around like that before you leave them or respawn or try to do anything like that. Otherwise, you will not get credit for them. Here, I've already defeated Conrad and have his weapon on my back. I just wanted to let you go. This is the only boss that I will show that you need to defeat to get past the area. Otherwise, we'll switch to a different character or something like that. But from here on out, it's just going to be, this is something you can do just from as soon as you beat Conrad, right up against that homunculus. I do realize that I probably did need to show the first 3 homunculi, as the plural most definitely is. I just wanted to have the kind of sort of comprehensive version of events here. But to start off with, we will, from the middle, be heading over to the Rain District. So the YouTube chapter now will be Blok to Rain District sewers. Get a better feel for it. It's the opposite side of where the handler's on. I'm going to leave out the exact opposite way of that, going straight forward and eventually taking a left. Not the first left, though. There is a couple different ways to get to any of the locations connected to the block, but I feel this one is probably the safest. You'll see why in a second. Once you reach the fire, go ahead and hang a right and start dodging. Mages, archers, all kinds of things over here. A very important ring on our left. Just missed somehow. Whew. That'll be a very important one as it gives us 100% movement speed outside of combat. And grab the torch just in case you feel like you need it. I think it's a good one to have. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw on that ring for sure. Otherwise the video would be almost twice as long. So, there we go. Gotta love these loading zones. They're not that bad. I know people kind of complain about them, but I think it beats a loading screen. Barely, but it does. And we are already here. Not all these will obviously be this fast. Wait for them to stop. And so now from Rain District Sewers to Rain District Center. Going to be trying my best not to kill too many enemies, although I probably will need to for supplies before too long, so apologies for that being left in the video. But like I said, if you want to click to the end of the chapter to see and kind of work your way back to see the exact locations of things, feel free. But I will try to make it as pleasant of experience as I can. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, and take a right. There's a nice set of armor just to the left right here, so we grab that and then try to get on the ladder as quick as possible so we don't get hit off of it. The two fighters down there can be a little bit problematic for our early game no gear sort of run, and then this one, you can easily get it by jumping up on the railing. It's not really anything important, but just so you know. Then look out for this guy crossing the path for sure. He's really hard to see. Once you're clear, go on through. Like I said, we don't need to grab every little thing, but every potion is going to matter as long as I'm not getting enemies, so there's one right there. Hang a left. And remember this area because we will need to come back. Hang another left. Pull this lever. And just run away from this guy for a bit. Or defeat him. As the case may be. It's a pretty short lived, so you can kind of just go right back. That's another thing. I will be cutting out elevator sections because they are the least fun to watch. And long straight lines aren't any better, but they kind of keep the continuity, whereas elevators, you just see nothing for the majority of it. And you do have to actually defeat this enemy to get this homunculus. I would recommend kind of swinging and then not getting greedy and go for a second, but instead taking one hit, waiting for it to attack, sidestep, repeat. Because I have no additional strength, this is going to take a little bit, but bear with me. And there we are, Rain District Center. Alright, so we have a couple different areas we can go. This next one will be to the Deluge zone. Run out, go ahead, grab this lift. Looking out for the guy at the top, of course. Hanging a left on these stairs and looking out for another sort of dangerous enemy. Luckily, he was close enough I could just jump him there. Okay. Then we're going to hang a right. I'm pretty sure you actually can grab this with an apex jump. I keep jumping into the pipe here, but I'll get that on the way back. It's not even important. It's beating me personally. Swing on the right. Grab this item. Watch out for the archer. Up these stairs, take it on the right, and there will be a lift. There's actually an item to the left. I'm not going to grab it just because I don't remember what it is, but just in case those guys did follow me, I didn't want to be standing there. It's a really long elevator, so we'll cut. And at the top, it's pretty dark. You can take your torch out, or just hang a right. There's a ladder. And then once you reach the top of the ladder, there is a spiraling staircase on the outside of the room, so we'll head into the back left corner, and then just hug the wall. If you get too close, you might have to crouch to kind of get under a certain section right there, but it's not too tricky. And then you are here, Deluge, a important plot zone. Get my dead body, and then head back to the Rain District Center, and now the long jaunt to Asylum. And on the way, I do believe we will be collecting a Handler Echo, so I should make note of that as well. So, from here, again, up the lift. Down the corridor. In a second. Getting ahead of myself. There we go. Down the corridor. Take a left. Jump the guy. Or defeat him. I keep saying that, but it's just me talking out loud. My apologies. Hang a right. And this time we will just go straight. This is one of a couple spots for an amulet tucked around this left. It's like 50 health, which is pretty big early game, so that's why I'm recommending it. Also, a potion for me. So we come up here. This is the Handler Echo. Be careful of the lingering spirit dude. That is the first we've collected. After Conrad, of course. And now we get to go down these stairs, so I'm just going to let this play out for a second. It's just a lot of left turns. so we go down the last set of stairs. Hang a left. I don't know why I'm looking that way. There's a little item behind there. There is a room with a switch to the right. Also a very jumpy enemy, which I'm probably going to kick my butt. That looks a little silly. Oh no, I want that. Grab that. That unlocked the gate from the original area. So we'll kick down that ladder. And then, I don't know why I'm grabbing everything. I'm sorry. This isn't a normal playthrough. This is a guide. So we will slide out of here. This is Asylum. I apologize for that little detour. Hop down to the left, and this is where we ran back from this zone. This pipe, I will try to get it on the apex of this jump, which I do think you can get. Yeah. Coming through. Run back through here. And we will go back to that long alleyway I told you to remember. I don't even know how long ago that was. As we head towards it, prepare to fight another one of those jumpy enemies. I'm just going to take him out. Grab up the rest of the ranger set. And up the lift. Just short enough I won't cut it. And this is only a bit of this. I feel like we're about halfway to the Asylum right now. Oh, okay. Well, this is going to be embarrassing. We're okay. Alrighty. I am out of potions. Let me craft one real quick. Got a UI bug where it says I have 2 and I don't. I got greedy there. Obviously, you can just run past this guy, but I feel like I want it now. I promise we'll clean this up. However long this video ends up being, it won't be because I fought everything. This guy does drop the ability to craft some sort of fragments. Let me remember as soon as he gives it to us. Stats. Yeah, that's pretty important. One more guy in here. Don't kill me. I think he's going to drop me a potion too, so I'm going to go for him. Oh, okay. We press forward. This is one of the more interesting sections of the game because it's pretty tight corridors. Do not fall off the edge of coming up right here. I just remember this particular area. You have to be really careful. That is a long drop and a long run back. Clean him out. Another little second. This is a rough section. I apologize. Careful, there's a floating guy. So we'll go to the kind of corner. Grab it. Now, there's a couple of mages. I can't remember exactly where they are. Let's take a look to the right up here. Alright. Why chance it? We'll just go around. Staff dude. clean up some of these enemies just for potions, and then I promise we'll be done after we get to the Asylum. Maybe through the Asylum, just to really load up. So all of that was just to get a shortcut back to Rain District Center, and now we have to actually get to the Asylum. So, like I said, this is one of the longer, more aggressive paths to get to Homunculus, but we will get there. Hopefully we can escape his hit. Oh, it knocked me off, and I'm stuck in the ladder. Okay. Same thing? Get me out. Ooh, that's probably closer than it looked. Alrighty, so we're gonna book it from here for sure. Twin Blade's actually a really nice weapon, so if you want to farm those guys, I think it's nice. Spin to win. Alright, the last stretch. We just have to make it past another one of these spider boys, and I think one more enemy as on top of that. There he is. Shoot from left. Go to the right. Hopefully we can get inside this door, which you do have to press your use key on. Interact key. Don't hit me. Don't get in here with me. Whew. Okay, that wasn't so bad. And we are here. This is one of the couple of homunculus in the game that you kind of need to leave a little bit and then come back into the zone before it finally saves and straightens up. So make sure you do that in case you're going to leave the Asylum. But while we're here, we might as well grab a Handler Echo, which is just inside that left little door, but we have to get to it first through the back right staircase. It's a good jump from him. Like I said, this is much easier done if you have a little bit better gear, you know, upgrading it at all. And when I say upgrade, I just mean like equipping pieces or farming out the sword, for example. Please get me out of here. All right, it's one of my corpses, I guess. From here, I think we're right on it. There we go. Pull that, so it's either right on that corner or right under the stairs here. So I just got that. There's still one underneath. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, well that's embarrassing, but it's right there under the stairs. Like this video is dragging way too long, so I'm just gonna skip out, like you're seeing now. And now we will head to. This is to the right of the handler, by the way, just for reference. We will head down these stairs and go to a joint place that is between upper blocks and Machinarium. So either one of those situations is fine. I believe we will go to Machinarium first. Hang a left. Get the other guy and climb a ladder. Also, what happened with the Asylum is that it never showed that I got the Handler Echo, but I did get it. Which is something, I don't know what's going on with that. At one point, I think you could overwrite some of the Handler Echo for different zones. I'm kind of getting into the minutia here, but don't worry about it. If I show you the spot, it's there. When you go back, you will get an additional 20% if you haven't gotten one from one of the corresponding zones. This dude there, I probably ran past an item on the left, but take a look back. Yeah, I did. Just in case you want it. There's another longish area as well, unfortunately. We're hanging a left, just going to take a look over there. Nothing. Good. And we're going to climb these stairs. Back and forth, back and forth. There's an archer right here. Yep, you got me. Get him back. Glad he dropped a potion. Slide around the floating guy in the middle. Take this guy out so I can talk for a second. To the left, that down there is a fun jumping puzzle if you want to go try that yourself. I'm not going to be doing that in this playthrough. So we get to this mage. We will chop up, get this guy, because there's a shortcut here, which I do think is a pretty solid one if you feel like you're going to have trouble staying alive. So we'll go ahead and grab it. I'll cut it out so you have to watch, but that one goes from the path that is directly behind the handler. You take the first right and then the first left, which is how you'll get to the door that I'm about to show you. Again, this isn't part of it, but again, I encourage you to click to the end of the chapter if you are looking for the exact location of X. So you actually see the handler from there. Nifty little shortcut in case we need to get back. So let's say we're going to the Machinarium. If we want to just run this way, it's really fast to get here because we are at the cross point between Upper Bloks and Machinarium. So like I was saying, to the left is Upper Bloks, to the right is an NPC, and the elevator to Machinarium. So here she is. And we'll go down. It's a pretty long elevator. We will definitely cut at some point. Yeah, it's a long boy. But yes, finishing it off, we are right here. Machinarium. In case you didn't open the shortcut or whatever reason, this is just an alternate way. You could use the same exact route to get to Upper Bloks if you can take that left, or if you want to just turn around and head back up on the elevator from Machinarium. Sorry I'm saying that word so much, and I'm probably saying it wrong at that. But we will head forward and to the path to Upper Bloks. Which again, to the left, right there, was the pathway back. Take our longbow out and hopefully snipe this guy in the head. Okay, I've canceled my shot. Canceled the next shot. Take it! Oh, this is the worst performance of my career. Okay. Easy. Not even close. Does he drop me the wing bow, or did... You know, I probably already got it from somebody else, honestly. But we'll go ahead and look for it. There it is. Perfect. One of the best bows in the game. I guess there's not that many bows in the game. Probably the second best bow in the game. Oh, I canceled the attack with an auto. Excellent. Alright, so this section, I lied about Asylum. This will also be taken slow, because you can sneak up through it with... Sorry about the weird noise. You can sneak up through it kind of sniping the guys before they see you, and I do think that's probably the best way to go about it. So, there's the first guy right there. I'll use the the second ability, I should say. The camera got a little weird, so I almost missed that shot, but luckily I did not. And I think you can get the drift of me doing this again. It's me taking out, I think, 4 more enemies. and then I ride a giant elevator. So we will see when you get there. I'm just going to play for a sec. There's a little bit that's blocking me on the stairs. I will mention that. Headshot. Man, that cursor was moving everywhere without me moving it at all. Okay. So yes, this is another long run, like I said, and we will head up to upper blocks. Alrighty, and we are here. Interact with it. Upper blocks. Boom. So running on out of here, we will go... Let's see. We will go to Uranopolis already. Yeah, that's... We're flying through this, kind of. Another word that I've only read, or, yeah, read and not said. So, apologies for mispronunciation. Just gonna run past all these enemies. Luckily, just big gaps where we can kind of slide through. I don't know why I'm being so cautious after playing that entire last section on 1 health. I think we're fine. The path to the area is straightforward, but you can pretty easily get lost along the way if you just don't know exactly where to look. But that section is still a good minute or so off, so I'll go ahead and hold off till then. Wait till this guy stops and pop him in the eye. And as we get to this section, we'll kind of aim towards the left side. The right side is something completely different, like a boss fight and a handler echo, actually, but we will come back for that a lot later, as it's just inconvenient to get to without having a sort of secondary goal, and we're not trying to fight the boss in this run, so I don't have that. Get around the left side of this rubble pile, I think it's a little easier to traverse. Hanging to the left, just sticking to the left part of this. And now, once you see the red light, you know you're at the right place. Another long, long elevator. Oh, that was like actually a couple minutes I cut out there. We will go. And finally we touch Uranopolis Tower Complex. There's our dragon ride that we want to take, and it's passing us, so I don't think we'll be able to get to it. That's unfortunate, but that is where we will go next. So I guess I'll show you a handler echo in the meantime, which we just need to get onto this path, jump across to the other tower. Ooh, I jumped at a weird angle. Still made it. Climb it, hopes this guy doesn't push us off or kind of make us in a situation where we might fall off. Oh, he's eating me. Okay, thank you, sir. So we go around again, one more time. Next level. Slide off there. It's on a little ledge. This will be a handler echo. Probably your third one. Total. If you haven't gotten the other one so far, of course. So I stayed around fighting those guys for a little while. That was a high jump. Probably should have gone from the next level down. That was close to being fatal. But yeah, that probably took another 2 or 3 minutes for the dragon to come back. So just be aware. That's like, you could be a while. It didn't bug out, probably. Anyway, probably being behind these first row of I'm gonna call them spines is best, and because this gets us the highest up on this, and this gets us to our next Homunculus, which is Uranopolis, I apologize. Lone Tower. And this next section is going to be a lot of nothing. I'm so sorry that I'm leaving this in. I kind of committed to it, and I didn't realize how long some of these runs really were until I got to them. So my apologies. But we will see you once I reach the elevator to Ghost Town. Please let me pass, sir. Might as well grab this item on the right. Hopefully he gets stuck up there. Okay, he's coming down with me. Should I leave him? Okay. Should have left him. Alright, dude. Okay. Well, that's kind of... Alrighty, so we see floor 13. There's another area in Ghost Town, which we're going down to now. Floor 1, and yes, you do have to walk down the 12 flights of stairs. It is, it's a long boy. But we will show it all. And there's an elevator at the end, and everything. I'm not sure if it's intentional that some of these staircases are a little bit off the wall, or if that's the intent. I mean, practically, I don't see how that works, but hey, design choices. This guy gonna leave me alone? Yeah, he did. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so this one you want to wait a little bit off the elevator because you'll see it'll come up through the ground. It's so much bigger than the area it's actually in that you can, if you like, set your controller down and walk away, you'll come back and be like, why didn't it come up? What the heck? How far is this one? After you've done the, several minute elevators the last few minutes. Don't want that to happen, but we'll show this one. It's not too far. It's not that bad. And of course, we're already at the Homunculus. There's floor 1. There we go. So now I'll go ahead and show you the Ghost Town Handler Echo. Ultra straightforward route. You can even walk through this tree, which is why I'm feeling safe to do it. I'll go through a route that's slightly longer. If you get inside the gate, take a right. Here. There's one enemy back here, along with that spirit, or a couple spirits, I should say. On the bottom is the Vermillion staff. Pretty good staff. Get up the ladder. Hopefully it doesn't hit us. Excellent. Get up the next ladder. Spam that button. Or don't. You should wait. And up here is a very, very nice bow. If we grab that, we'll jump onto this little mausoleum thing and then drop down into the area where the Handler Echo is. So that also gives us a Tech Priest helmet, which has an interesting passive effect where it will regen your flux. But the area you're supposed to actually get this from is you shimmy. So I'm just going to show you where we're at here. But this looks kind of silly, and it's much less safe, especially trying to run from enemies like I am doing. So that's why I'm showing it. Plus, we got 2 awesome weapons. So from here, I guess I will just respawn back at the Homunculus. Yes, because we need to go to the desert. Just double checking that I got that handler echo because the text didn't show up, but it definitely was there because I haven't been to the other possible tier 4 question marks. Anyway, so getting back to what we're saying, this is going to be upper blocks, and this is the upper blocks handler echo on our way to going to the desert, which is exciting. You can go to Machinarium, which is what I showed there for a second, because if you fight a boss, it's much faster, but like I said, we do need to show the handler echo for upper blocks, and if that's why you're here, it's pretty far away, so we're gonna try our best here. Interesting. Self-destruct there. Apologies if you've watched the other section with upper blocks in it to get to Uranopolis. It's just sort of necessary without fighting another boss like I was saying. Just run. I don't know why I'm stopping. Ends up being pretty much the entirely same route to Uranopolis. However, once we get to this support structure you kind of see us running towards of the bridge above, then we will take the right side of it, you're seeing, hook a quick left, and of course avoid every single enemy as there's so many of them in this little area. Like I was saying on the run in upper blocks earlier, this is the site of a boss fight that we were running to, but just outside of that arena, there will be a handler echo. The corner you see me running at will not contain anything because, as hopefully I'll add in at the beginning of this video, there are certain ones that sort of cancel each other out. So this is the upper blocks one, I think Machinarium and Rain District. If you get one of those and turn it in, the other ones will disappear. But it is right here if you do still need it. That's why I'm showing it right now. But just, yeah, like I said, right here. Anyway, we will jump out of here as we will now go to the handler echo in the Machinarium. Interesting. I had to piece it together where exactly I was going in my brain. It's the Machinarium handler echo. It is a long way to there. It's much easier if you want to go back to the Machinarium Homunculus and fight the boss. It's much quicker. Obviously, they're running all the way through here, but it is interesting that you can get here through this particular loop. Alright, he beat me. To our left, there is a shortcut back that's much closer to the upper blocks Homunculus, but I'm going to leave it be, just because this is the last time we'll need to come through here on this particular file. But like I said, it's behind me, so as a heads up. Anyway, at the bottom of the elevator, we have this giant open space. Sorry, my game's still loading. we have a bunch of giants, a bunch of the laser sentinel boys. Like I said, it's much quicker if you go through the Machinarium Homunculus, defeat the boss, and then kind of circle around out of what would be on top and to the left. But if you take this really wrong, Freudian slip, really long route, we will end up left to right to straight to back. Yeah, it's all this stuff, but you're watching the screen, so you'll see it for yourself. And as we enter this little area on our right, we will have a couple different options. The actual zone of prayer here. This could be the Handler Echo. It won't show up, like I said, for the previous reasons we've stated. Or this one could be the Handler Echo. I've had it be either. I'm a little confused about how spawning works, or if they're changing it around a little bit, but either one of those should be the Handler Echo for the Machinarium. Which brings us to the next section, which is conveniently right here. We are heading down to the desert now. So, I'm going to grab a shortcut because I do think it's worth it. This next section, especially being under-geared as I am, it'll be important to have a quick run-through in case I embarrass myself yet again and die. Will also give me a reason to restart the game because it's really choppy for some reason. It happens. And like I was saying, let me go ahead and show this. It's a little ladder off to the left, and you can just drop down here with the first ladder here. So I'll go ahead and show it. Skip it ahead. This is us going back down, of course. You need to restart the game, like I said. There's a bunch of these big armor buster enemies, so heads up with that. You can fight them a little bit, but it's probably worth it just to run past. We'll see what kind of damage we're doing with this attack. Fired all the arrows at the weakest guy, unfortunate. Yeah, they're pretty strong. I don't have any upgraded stuff going on, but running is always our best course of action, so we'll get back to it. Also, that shockwave hits through walls, so that was pretty lucky for me to get back in time and not blown off the edge. Just flop down, keep going. We're going to have to pull a switch here. And there'll be at least 2 guys waiting for me, so I'll go ahead and fight them. Just in the meantime, just because we're waiting for the lift. Oh, I'm sad I only shot one of them. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself. Oh man, I'm bad. Well, I'll just back up. Yeah. Good little time kill. I'll definitely cut some of this elevator. It's another really long one. Kind of unfortunate how long these lifts are. See you soon. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and drop a cowardly Homunculus Mirage. Just, I would recommend taking the Ring of Travel off for this particular section, just because you kind of go flying with that bad boy on, but I'm going to leave it on just for the sake of the video. Man, don't forget that you can control yourself pretty well in the air, so you can hold back if you know that you're going to overshoot. And the best way to reposition yourself on any one of these given pillars is to jump in the air and then kind of move to kind of back yourself off an edge if you feel like you're too close. We run down here and we will engage in a cutscene, which I will cut out of this video. Mostly just because, you know, it's sort of story thing, so I'll let you experience that for yourself. I don't think that guy's supposed to be here, though. Yeah, he's not. Alrighty. Alright, back from the cutscene. Ready to take some names. I should throw on a glow bug for you guys. There we go. And this guy. Oh, I should have switched. Should have switched to piercing arrows. I guess I'll just run past him now. On this particular way down, you want to hug the left wall. There is a path you can sort of drop to, but it's, you can tell even with this glow bug, it's really hard to see. Like, I'm trying to give you a decent look of what you can see down there while running away from that guy. You can see it there, but like that's about it. But this is where the shortcut is. That's about halfway down that first section with all the dudes that I fought. So I'm gonna say YOLO. That the Mirage is close enough. I don't feel bad about it, and plus it looks like we've shaken that guy. So follow this path all the way to yet another lift, which is another long experience. Can't wait for that. But we will see you in the desert very, very shortly. It was sarcasm. I'm sorry. All right, we are here. Finally, we're here. This is the desert, and I think our game's still going to load a little bit. Go ahead and reload it. Perfect. Now we are trying to get to the desert Mirage Homunculus, which also is where our desert Mirage handler echo is. So it's 2 for 1. They are right next to each other. It's almost impossible to miss, although I wouldn't blame you if you just ran and jumped and didn't see it when you went past it. The music in this area has gotten a little weird. It feels like these guys just like delete music. These like really punchy guys. Those are so loud. I gotta heal. Oh no. Woo, okay. White knuckler. Okay, another close one, but I think we're good here. Although half health, no potions for this next section might be a little risky. You're going to definitely want to be in way better gear if you're here in your natural playthrough, but this is a decent show-off of what you can expect if you do come here a little bit under-geared. Just going to get your face rocked. There's sort of like a castle deal in the business you see me running at here. This giant's going to aggro me. Oh, one of these guys is here. Perfect. I have every enemy type after me right now. Gonna shift a little. You don't have to go to the right. Sorry, I'm just like trying to get away from that magic. There we go. See these like domed structures. We're gonna jump up on some rocks right here, because these guys are definitely gonna hit me. Yep. Thank you, thank you. Jump there. Head to the left. Kind of slide our way up this path. Talking so much because it feels high risk. There's gonna be one of these spinny boys that's gonna pelt us. See if I can avoid most of those. Okay. Not bad. I jumped into some. Let's go. And I think I made it. Unless one of these guys catches me from behind, which is always possible. Very unlikely, but possible. And we're here. So while at this homunculus, it doesn't save right away. So if you're going to leave here, I would fully suggest dropping down first, grabbing this, because at least it's like 4 potions or something. Yeah, 4 potions, and it would be a handler's echo if we didn't already grab the one in Ghost Town. Get down to the bottom of these stairs here, and you can turn around anytime now. I went really far just to kind of prove a point. And now it saves. And now the guy will be not so wiggly. And you'll have Desert Mirage, which is the last one we can get without defeating another boss. So I'll go ahead and switch over to another character. This is leaving out the Desert Mirage. You will know that once you defeat the boss. This one is only accessible after you've done that. And you have completed the recalibration plot points. So we are venturing now into spoiler territory. If you don't want to be here, we are venturing now into spoiler territory. I kind of use the guide of the big dome structure in the distance and then slowly angle myself to the right once I see those stairs. It's pretty handy. This is a really nice upgrade that we are about to get on the way to the final Homunculus before the point of no return. Yeah, so we get the last Handler Echo. I don't know why I always want to call it Handler. Zzz. I think the S came through. Let's just take care of this guy. Oh, these guys. That was fun. Thank you, sirs. So, there'll be another NPC here, the big guy on the left. And then on this little piece of rock, there's going to be the final Handler Echo and a +3 to all attribute ring. That's super nice. And then there's a really nice shield back on that guy's back of his head, neck area, whatever. And like I said, if you haven't done the recalibration thing, this will be a grayed out area you can't get to, but because this is technically getting to the end of the game, I will show you the straight path to the final vanilla. I don't know what you want to call this. Pre-final encounter. A torture glow bug would probably be good, but as long as you don't see it going, you know, straight down, you're fine. Just take it a little bit slow through here. It winds a bit. Oh, we get a big loading zone. And once it starts to load, it's a lot easier to see. Kind of comes into focus, and of course it smooths out our gameplay, and we are basically here. Right around this bend is the quote-unquote final Homunculus that we can use. It's another one of those that you have to kind of go away from it and come back, like Desert Mirage or Asylum. So over here, Anomaly. Like I said, if we head out towards the other way, there is a big boss fight, and after that, if you continue to progress forward, so you can take the boss down and still play the game, but if you continue to progress after that, you will have to find yet another character in a different zone. This is past the point of no return. It's just like Blok, but not quite. It is the Vermillion Fields. This one's Plaza. And if we head around to this direction, there's a bunch of collectibles everywhere in here, so if you want to go around and get those yourself, obviously. But head down this particular path, and you will eventually end up at the last Homunculus, which is kind of cool as it moves up with you as you progress. And you'll face the final boss of the game. So, I won't spoil that bit on camera with footage, and plus it's, if you're at this point, you should know either to see it yourself, or I won't take it from you, is what I'm getting at. But anyway, this has been fun. It took me a lot longer than I thought it would, and a lot shorter than I thought it would, all at the same time, surprisingly. But hopefully it helped. And I'm sick of talking, so thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Be safe, guys.